Let's talk about the Stad Ship Tunnel. The Stad Ship Tunnel is an innovative maritime project in Norway designed to facilitate safer and more efficient navigation for ships around the Stad Peninsula. The Stad Peninsula is notorious for its rough seas and difficult weather conditions, which have historically posed significant challenges to maritime navigation. The tunnel is designed to accommodate vessels up to 16,000 tons, including cargo ships, passenger ferries, and potentially smaller cruise ships. As of mid-2024, the project is well underway, with significant progress in excavation and preliminary construction stages. The Norwegian Coastal Administration is overseeing the project, ensuring it stays on schedule and within budget. Next, we have Hinkley Point C Nuclear Power Plant. As the first nuclear power station built in the UK in a generation, the Hinkley Point C nuclear power station is one of the largest and most technologically complex projects in Europe. Its construction calls for the highest caliber of engineering and construction solutions, as well as a highly skilled workforce. 3.2 gigawatts of low-carbon power may be produced by 2 nuclear reactors at the HPC project, which is situated in Somerset, southwest England. The current Hinkley Point A and B stations and the future power plant are being built in the same vicinity. While the latter is scheduled for decommissioning in 2024, the former has been out of commission for some time. Istanbul Canal. The Istanbul Canal project is roughly 45 kilometers long and 275 meters wide at the base. The depth of the Istanbul Canal development is likewise 20.75 meters. The Bosphorus requires ships to wait an average of 14.5 hours for each transit and 35 hours on average for ships transporting risky commodities. There may occasionally be a 3 to 4 day wait, and data from 2024 shows that the financial damages brought on the ship's wait durations exceeded millions of dollars. For vessels longer than 200 meters, the average daily rental loss might reach 120,000 million. The benefits of the Istanbul Canal will extend beyond ships that are transiting. Hornsea 3 and 4. Up to 5,000 jobs are anticipated to be created during the construction phase of Hornsea 3 and 1,200 jobs during the operation phase. Global leader in offshore wind power in the southern North Sea, Ørsted, is a Danish multinational energy business currently developing a major renewable energy project called Hornsea 3 Offshore Wind Farm. After Hornsea 3 is finished, it should provide enough renewable energy to power almost 3.3 million homes in the UK, meeting the goal set by the UK government to reach 50 gigawatts of offshore wind capacity by 2030. Up to 5,000 construction employment will be supported by the project, and 100 to 200 permanent positions, both directly and through the supply chain, are expected to be created during the lengthy operational phase. Energy island of Denmark. The Danish government plans to build 2 big offshore wind farm projects known as the Energy Islands of Denmark in the North Sea and the Baltic Sea, respectively, by 2030. An artificial island will be built in the North Sea that will be able to act as a hub for offshore wind farms that have a maximum capacity of 3 gigawatts at first and up to 10 gigawatts in the future. The artificial island would be situated around 80 kilometers, 50 miles west of Jutland, at a water depth of 26 to 27 meters, 85 to 89 feet. It might be shaped like a sand island, steel platforms, or a sizable container lowered into place and filled with stone material. Baltic Offshore Pipeline. An additional pipeline that will be constructed in the Baltic Sea is called the Baltic Offshore Pipeline. Nykors, Poland, and Rodvig, Denmark, will be connected by the Baltic Offshore Pipeline. With a completion date of 2022, The construction was scheduled to begin in early 2021. The ultimate completion and commissioning may be delayed until 2023 due to the geopolitical climate in Eastern Europe at the moment and the issues surrounding the Nord Stream pipeline in the Baltic Sea. Whether this results in a considerable rise in the expected €2.425 million construction costs is still to be determined. Crossrail. The largest and most costly building project in Europe is the Crossrail Railway project. The Elizabeth Line, a 41-stop metro link made possible by the Crossrail project, is another name for Crossrail. With its recent launch and operation, the Elizabeth Line is now capable of carrying up to 200 million passengers annually. The project hasn't been entirely executed yet, though. Currently, the project's full completion is expected to take place by the end of 2023, or roughly 4 years after its original completion date. Crossrail is projected to cost roughly €23,280 million in total. Madison Square Garden Sphere. The Venetian Resort in Las Vegas is presently constructing the gigantic stadium known as the Madison Square Garden, MSG Sphere. Since construction projects started, inflation has driven up the overall cost by 9% to an estimated $2.18 billion. Despite the cost overruns, the project is still scheduled to be finished in the second half of 2024. The 20,000-person capacity Sphere, which has 23 VIP suites, will surely increase the earnings of the state's tourism sector. MSG Entertainment plans to put wraparound LED screens on the Sphere's outside and inside to create high-resolution graphics that can be viewed from a distance. South-North Water Transfer Project. China's South-to-North Water Diversion Project is the biggest project of its sort ever attempted. The project involves removing water from southern rivers in order to supply water to the arid north. This massive project has already taken 50 years to begin, and it is expected that the construction phase will take nearly as long. When it is completed in 2050, 44.8 billion cubic meters of water will finally be diverted yearly to the metropolitan regions in the dry north to link China's 4 main rivers, the Yangtze, Yellow River, Huaihe, and Haihe. 3 diversion routes must be constructed that cross the country's eastern, central, and western areas from south to north. More than twice as expensive as the contentious Three Gorges Dam in the nation, the total project cost is anticipated to be $62 billion. Beijing Airport. Beijing Daxing. International Airport is a recently constructed airport situated in the Daxing region, 46 kilometers south of the city center. Beijing Daxing is a major transportation hub for the region with the fastest growing demand for international travel, and it is one of the most outstanding construction projects of recent times. It was constructed expressly to reduce traffic at the capital's existing airport, demonstrating the scope and aspirations of contemporary building initiatives. The expansion of the airport was in line with China's infrastructural advancements and completely incorporated into the country's expanding transportation network. As we've explored these top 10 biggest megaprojects in Europe, it's clear that the continent is at the forefront of innovation, sustainability, and architectural prowess. From revolutionary transportation networks and sustainable energy projects to cutting-edge urban developments, Europe continues to push the boundaries of what's possible. These megaprojects not only signify monumental achievements in engineering and design, but also represent a commitment to a future where technology and environmental stewardship go hand in hand. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you.